This is the fifth video of Lecture 1. In this video, I describe the difference between IS strategy and IT strategy and enumerate various types of IS strategy. Let me remind you the definition of IS/IT strategy. It's a plan of action for information system and information technology designed to achieve a long-term IT or IS goal. Now let's see the differences between IS strategy and IT strategy. An IS strategy is about the requirements by business. It focuses on what type of business applications the business requires so that it can be effective and efficient. What kind of information the business requires to be effective, to be efficient. So the nature of IS strategy is demand oriented. And if you open an IS strategy document, you see that it defines various business applications that should be created in future, and it prioritizes the investment in those business applications. That means which application should be created first, then which application, and so on and so forth. So the goal of IS strategy is to create a portfolio of business applications and have a roadmap for those IS projects. On the other hand, IT strategy is about delivering those requirements stated in IS strategy. So the focus is on creating technical standards for those deliverables, those business applications, or the infrastructure required for those business applications, the technical skills that is required for that to happen, the architecture of business application, its security, and so on and so forth. So the nature of IT strategy is supply oriented. Supply oriented, that means we want to deliver something for a demand that exists by the business. So inside an IT strategy document, you will see that the definitions, you will see the definitions of different IT assets and the prioritization of investing in those IT assets. So the goal of IT strategy is to have an ideal portfolio of technologies. Note that we usually use IT strategy interchangeably. So whenever I specify IS or IT strategy in the next lectures, I mean both of them. But as for this class, as for this video, I try to give you more details on the kind of artifacts created in IS strategy and IT strategy. To design an IS strategy, we usually design the current application portfolio and the future application portfolio of an organization. An application portfolio is an organization's collection of business applications. Here you can see the current application portfolio of Tilburg University, or at least part of that. You can see that for doing lectures and for the capability to provide live lectures, we have three applications: Zoom, Canvas Conferences, and Skype for Business. For recorded lectures, we have My Media Site, Zoom, and Microsoft PowerPoint. For making presentation, again, we have Google Slides, Prezi, and Microsoft Point, and so on and so forth. You see that for each capability that is demanded by the business, there is an application to support that. So a business strategy identifies what new business capabilities are required, which capabilities must be improved, or what capabilities must be removed. let me give you an example of Tilburg University. Due to the corona measures, we had to strengthen our live lecture capability. So the business strategy was telling ICE strategy to improve the capability of live lecturing. What happened in the ICE strategy part was that, okay, we need a new application, and that is Zoom. So they went and bought uh, the license uh, of Zoom that allows the university to handle 1,000 students per class. So an IS strategy gets the requirements from the business strategy and map them to new required business applications or new features in the current applications or uh, removing some applications. So you can see here that we have, for example, this current application portfolio for Tilburg University. We need to create a future application portfolio for 2025. And we do that by uh, identifying the capabilities that are required and the business applications that are required to support those business capabilities. An ISI strategy document requires to show the project roadmap as well. A project roadmap shows the prioritization of future IS projects. You see here an imaginary example of project roadmap for Tilburg University. We can see here that in 2019, we migrated to Canvas as the learning management system from Blackboard, another learning management system. Or we migrated to Osiris for course registration system from Blackboard course registration system. And the plan is to add and strengthen the instruction section of Osiris next. The third project is to allow great prediction on Osiris so that students would have a kind of understanding of what their grades would be based on their previous grades. We also want to start a project in late 2020 on thesis supervision system. An IT strategy, on the other hand, identifies what new IT assets are required and what IT assets are becoming obsolete. So you can see here part of the current portfolio of IT assets of Tilburg University. At the moment, the operating systems that are supported by the IT department and used in the IT department are Microsoft Windows, Linux, and Unix. But perhaps an imaginary future portfolio of IT assets would be to remove Unix as an operating system and add Mac OS. And based on these, we can create an IT project roadmap. An IT project roadmap shows the prioritization of future IT projects. So in this case, you see that we already migrated to Windows 10 in 2019, and now our plan for 2020 to 2022 is to buy Mac to allow employees to have Macs, and we can also allow the IT department to buy Mac computers for employees. Then in 2021, we start supporting Mac OS. At the same time, in late 2020, we plan to terminate all Unix operating systems. Sabherwal and Chan suggest that there exist three types of IS strategy: IS for efficiency, IS for flexibility, and IS for comprehensiveness. The first IS strategy type, IS for efficiency, focuses on increasing the efficiency of internal and inter-organizational activities. It also helps with long-term decision making. That means we try to develop business applications that allow us to have tight cost management, closer supervision of employees and workers, business applications that allows the processes to be executed automated or allow remote working. All these business applications try to improve the efficiency, which is the cost of running and executing business processes in the organization. The second type of IS strategy is IS for flexibility, which focuses on market flexibility and quick strategic decisions. Here, we try to develop new business applications or add features to current business applications in a way that allows us to be quick in responding to the market. So here, new business applications help us monitor product sales, monitor the trends in the market, the sale by our rivals, and they may allow better collaboration between different functions in the organization so that as soon as the marketing department finds a new product is required, the R&Ds can understand the new requirements, develop a new product. The engineering department then quickly design the product, and the operation department produces that product. So here you try to make this process of introducing a new product to the industry as fast as possible. The third type of IS strategy is IS for comprehensiveness. This strategy focuses on making comprehensive decisions and quick responses. So we create business applications, we add new features to current business applications, hoping to have a comprehensive view of what is going on in the environment. So here, let's have an example. Assume that you want to develop a new product. You need to have all the information related to the customers in one view so that you can make a better judgment of what actions would result in those customers buying your products. So that means you need to have a business application that gathers data from different information systems, aggregate them into one unique database, and then shows everything to you so that you can make that decision. Pause here for a minute and try to answer this question. In the next video, you will learn about different types of alignment.